going live right
Oh,
now.
now it's live.
Now it says it's live.
All right.
All right, guys.
It's just us.
Oh my god.
This
You,
podcast is brought to you by Sierra Nevada.
Well, I'm trying to
Delicious.
figure out like where it's like broadcasting to.
I don't know. I'm
Because I
going.
don't see it on my channel.
To the deep web.
Let's see.
Maybe I broadcasted it to the wrong. Maybe I broadcasted it to like Ryan Brooks instead of Rachel and Ryan Gaming. That would suck.
I feel like I should be wearing a headset.
It's just because you're not cool enough.
All right, let me go to this channel.
Wait, it's on there. It's on there. Sniper,
Okay, yep.
Sniper on the helipad.
Yep, I see it.
I'm gonna watch myself.
All right, guys. This is great. All right,
I
everybody.
gotta
Hit
post it.
that.
I gotta post on Facebook. Wait a second. Oh, I did.
All right. There we
I'm
go.
going to pre-apologize if that rat dog barks. Probably going to yell at it. So,
All right. Everybody go like it. Go like the video.
doing right now. YouTube-ish.
You like how this cup, how we got for me to work out and I'm
Yeah.
using it to consume alcohol? That's all I use it for.
Well, it makes you look really healthy, so it's deceiving.
Yeah.
Probably going to yell at it. That was really weird, so I just liked the video, and it was showing what happened like 2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. You have to mute it too.
Deja vu. Oh, should I keep that tab open? I closed it out.
What tab?
The YouTube tab.
I mean, if you want to. I just wanted to see if it was there.
Yep, it was there.
Um,
Damn it.
Damn it.
did you push it out at all? Like,
Doing that now. Yeah, I posted something about it earlier.
oh, I was like, wait, you didn't at all?
No, I did a little bit earlier. Like an hour ago.
He's lying. I can smell it on him.
50,
See, like, whenever I'm on
52
my
minutes.
channel, and I'm
52
looking-
minutes ago.
when I'm on my channel and I'm looking at my channel, like I can't see that I'm live right now. But if I'm on my other channel, I can see that I'm live.
So what's the likelihood of an audience member asking us a question?
I don't know. I don't even know how to direct them to the Q&A section. We have Q&A up. You guys know how to get there, man.
I'm posting on the Facebook page.
We'll answer your questions, guys.
So,
Let's just sit here and wait for somebody to ask us questions.
I'm like, who are these? Like, we're not important at all. Someone just shows up and asks us, like, random questions.
hey guys. So,
Hey, guys.
I figured I'd start this conversation on, and Mike, I feel like you have a lot to say about it. Planetside 2.
Aha!
Yeah, it's a really amazing game. And
I've heard a lot about
Ryan,
this.
you have not played it yet.
Because Ryan's a bitch.
Oh.
That's because I'm addicted to Black Ops 2.
Well, you're playing with little kids. Come play with the big boys.
I'm playing with Flores. He's like 32.
You're playing with the little kids. Come play with the big boys.
Yeah. So for those that haven't played Planetside 2, it is like Battlefield on steroids and in the future. Insanely huge maps. It is really fun, and it's free to play. So there's no reason, if you have a good computer, that you should not be playing it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm almost like Ruru is so like into it, crazy. Like sends me these freaking these text messages that are so long.
It's as if
Like,
you're actually in
I'm
the
just-
Battlefield, Mike.
I'm just like, dude, like I almost don't want to play because you were so into it so early.
I'm
Just
sitting
don't
there
understand.
on the back of the ship, shaking, feeling the sweat bead down my face.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
heat of
You
battle.
have to understand. I
Like,
was.
my new PC. It makes me feel like I'm actually there.
I just turned up the graphics quality yeah, I turned up the quality
I
today.
see a corgi.
And a cat.
Yeah.
Let's beat it.
I thought that was the rug with legs.
It is.
That's a fat-looking cat.
She is not fat. But anyway, Planetside. Okay, so I was running with a squad, and we needed a galaxy up because we were getting ready to do a galaxy drop. Which, if you don't know, galaxy drops are pretty intense because 12 people load up in a giant flying ship. You fly in formation with like 5 other ships, so right there you've got 60 people all flying in formation. You've got another like 10 air vehicles that are flying support and escorting you along the way.
Now, is the formation, is that important? The formation part?
No, it's just the fact that people are organized enough.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So,
It's
no.
like the jets won't actually move if you're not in formation.
No,
Like, you
it's
have
just...
to get them in the air, and then you go.
Yeah, all of us were scattered around. We loaded up. We hovered around the warp gate for a few minutes until everybody was ready to go. And then we had a couple... There's actually... you gain this currency throughout the game called certs, and you can spend it on different things throughout the game.
Yeah,
If you're
you get like daily certs or whatever just for logging in.
Yep.
And then you can buy certs, right?
I don't know if you can buy certs, but you can buy something called station credit.
If you could buy certs, would you buy them, Mike?
No.
Or...
Nope.
Okay.
It's a game based on microtransactions.
What?
It's a game based on microtransactions. That's
Which is just like every other game out there, all right? So if you're playing Call of Duty or, Plants vs. Zombies, then...
It's not... The thing is, though, the microtransactions that you're paying for, or the microtransactions that you're making go towards weapons that are pretty much the same guns that are already existing, they just look a little different. Or you get different, like... you can get different cosmetic
So the important thing to note is that even though there are microtransaction purchases available, that those weapons or abilities are not necessarily that much better than what they already give you. It's just if you want to have a different look.
Based on what he was just saying, it sounds like it's all cosmetic.
A lot of it's most of the microtransactions.
Okay, first off, that's stupid. Like, I mean, who would like just buy something for the cosmetic?
They're not that expensive. So some people
they're not that expensive.
Gee.
Well, what are you implying?
Well, some people do the cosmetic just because they want to stand out as like, if they're playing with a group of dedicated people, if they're a medic, they want to stand out as that medic. Like if you're looking across a field and you can't tell who's who, even though you should because the heads-up display will show your squad mates and stuff.
Okay, well, I mean, if it gives you like a strategic advantage, then I guess I understand.
Yeah. I mean,
there for a second, I thought you were just saying they were like, I just want to be an individual.
No, I mean, you can get a pretty cool... You can make, like, your medic look really cool, or you can get a weapon that is a little more, like, beastly looking. I don't know. The thing, though, is the microtransactions don't automatically turn you into, like, a god on the battlefield. That's pretty much where I was going.
Unless you get that damn Iron Man suit. That's what I call it.
No, that's a max, and that's not...
Armored, with the turrets on the forearms. That thing's bullshit. That's what that is.
The thing is,
like multiple hits from a rocket launcher.
I immediately think of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Well, the thing is,
the trailer.
The max. What Hal's talking about is the max, and that's not a class that you can deploy as. But if you own a territory or a small base where you can go in and switch your loadouts at one of the little loadout terminals, you can actually spend personnel resources on getting a max. And depending on how you customize your max, you can do an anti-personnel max, you can do an anti-armor, or you can do an anti-air. And what they're pretty much, exoskeletons that you jump in. They have twice the health of a normal person. Or a normal player. They have increased armor, but they don't have shields, so they can't. Technically, they're a robotic suit, so you can't actually be healed by a medic. You need an engineer to repair you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a little more difficult because not as many people run engineers, and if they are engineers, they're usually sticking around with vehicles.
Dude, we should totally just run. We should do that, man. We should start up like a huge fucking clan that runs robo suits with engineers.
Nothing but maxes. And...
Yeah, dude.
Unstoppable.
Dude, we fucking dominate Planetside too. From what I hear, I haven't played yet. So.
No. The only problem is you're slow. If you have a couple, they're not as accurate at like long range. They're more close range. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say what I've seen is they just have the turrets, and obviously they're not very accurate. And when you're slow as hell,
yeah, they're close. If you're fighting against personnel, obviously if you're shooting a tank, it's got a big giant blaster. Or you're shooting a plane, you've got like flak type guns. But if you've got a sniper on a hillside, it's gonna be hard to hit that sniper. So you get a few snipers that are focused on that one max, and you have a few like heavy assault guys that are moving up. Like a max is good for support, but they're not. Even a max isn't going to turn the tide necessarily. So the cool thing about
What
Planetside,
about an army of them though?
that would.
an army would be terrifying,
Yes,
but
it would.
they're very limited in movement. So
Okay, let me tell you this. Instant reaction when you see a max,
I run.
as you just chilling, is, oh, fuck! And you run away.
That's like a random shot fired in DayZ. You just fucking run.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's kind of how it is. Like you think you've cleared out a room, so you go storming in as a little medic, and a big fucking max comes around the corner, just like, oh, what up? And he just unloads on you. So you hope you can get away.
Basically, to give people an idea, if you've seen the first Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. and he makes that very
Mark
first,
1, yeah.
the Mark 1 in the cave, that's the max. Just this fucking juggernaut of metal and bullets.
Pretty much. Wait, I'm gonna go to our channel real quick just to see.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta finish downloading that because for some reason it quit on me like in the middle of the download.
One watching right now, it's me.
At first I was like, really?
That's amazing.
Oh my god.
It's because I was logged on to my personal profile. But no, the cool thing about Planetside, one, no class by itself is overpowering. It's not like Battlefield where everybody just goes to sniper, or everybody goes to the sniper class, and they're running either like magnums or DMRs. You've got a team sitting out along like the edge of a point, and they're just sitting there sniping everybody. Like it's not like that. It's not like Call of Duty where you have people.
Where I have 12-year-old boys telling me that they fucked my mother.
That or well, you don't have that. You don't have people going lone wolf or like excessive team killing or a lot of the dumb little things you see in Call of Duty. You don't get teabagging. I haven't seen teabagging once. Like
that's important to note.
It is.
They should use that on like as one of their slogans.
Planetside 2, we don't teabag.
A place where teabagging's frowned upon.
But yeah, it's just the overall mentality and I don't know, just the communication. I'm really happy about the communication in Planetside 2. Like
it's proximity, right?
No, well, it's proximity unless you're in a platoon or squad.
Okay.
So the cool thing is, if you're in a platoon, or if you're in a leadership position, either as a platoon commander or a platoon leader or a squad leader, one thing you can certify into is leadership communications. So with like 100 cert points, you can actually purchase with 100 cert points, you unlock the command channel, and through that command channel, you have access to only platoon leaders and squad leaders are in that command channel. So in that channel, as a platoon leader, you can communicate with other platoons on the server, and together, hundreds of people can organize for an all-out assault on some point. Like you can completely overwhelm a point because 200 people are working together. So, in that, it's one of the sickest things to see. Like I said, when you've got 5 galaxies loaded out with 60 people, you have 5 other air vehicles that are running support, and then on the ground you have ground transports that have like 5-6 people each with tanks, and then behind them you have all the infantry guys that are running in to support. So you imagine all of them converging on one point from multiple directions. If you're that guy in that base and you see a wave of enemy coming that organized, it's absolutely terrifying. Yeah. But to be a part of that defense force and be able to fight them off and then eventually push them out and start pushing them back to their own spawn point, you're talking about this. I know you talk about the satisfaction you get in Call of Duty when you run like 30-4 or or when you pull off that one kill that was like super hard to get, but you finally got it. I get that with every single kill that I get in Planetside.
Well, I mean, it's not like that though. It's about like a strategy, like coming together. You know, like it playing out the way you want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is that like makes me happy about Call of Duty. Even though most people don't think that there's strategy behind playing the game, there's a lot of strategy.
I'd agree there's
But
strategy.
it's mostly like manipulation, like manipulating the outcome of a match through game mechanics. That's pretty much how you do it.
It seems to me there is strategy, but a lot of the strategy seems more like being able to set up, set up a movement, like set up
It's actually not as much about the game.
Right. It's like being able to, like when you your video where you get that tomahawk kill by bouncing the tomahawk off the door.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, obviously you have to strategize to try to push people that way so you're gonna get that guy coming around the corner. But at the same time, it's one of those like lucky positionings. Like if you hit this spot, if there's a guy coming around the corner, that's gonna happen. But I like that, but I like the big scale strategy where you have all these working parts of armor, air, ground forces. You have platoons and squads communicating. That's what got.
Where did Hal go? Where did he go?
I don't know. But that's what got me into Battlefield 2. I mean, I was always into Battlefield, but 1942 and Battlefield 2 when you have 32 on 32, because I was PC before I was console. So doing 32 on 32 with Battlefield, when you're working with actual squads and stuff, that's what I like. So for me, Planetside is the perfect game.
Yeah, I'm still gonna play though. So
yeah, well, for anybody that's probably not listening and might not listen later on, I created a outfit called the Sassy Dragons. So as the dragons, we can all join up and then we're dragons.
Sassy dragons.
But
particular.
I made the Sassy Dragon outfit, or we can, if you guys want to do something a little more serious sounding, we can call ourselves Sierra Delta.
Sassy Dragons is word.
I like Sassy Dragons, but as the SD outfit, there's a bigger battalion or bigger platoon or organization, whatever you want to call them. There's a group that plays on our server in our faction called Nightmare Battalion, and that's the squad that I usually platoon squad that I usually run with when I'm on, and they're really cool. They work really well. They understand the mechanics of the game, so they're always willing to work with new people. So my idea was, as the Sassy Dragon squad or Sassy Dragon outfit, until we get more people and can run our own platoon, it'd be cool to form our own squad and attach ourselves as more of a quick reaction force for Nightmare.
I think we all need to join up and play and get really good, but then break up and create our own armies and fight each other.
Dude, how sick would that be, though?
That'd be so badass.
I
will totally play the game just to have the opportunity to create an army and smash you guys.
I think what we should do is this other squad or platoon called.
I mean, I'll probably lose, but I'm just saying that would be fucking fun.
We should go join this other platoon called Nightmare, and basically plant seeds in people's heads on basically dividing and making them separate. Just for that reason alone. It has nothing to do with actually playing the game, just to create conflict between people.
Well, one of the cool things with in the game, if you fill up an entire platoon, which is 4 squads of 12 people each, if you can fill up those platoons, or that one platoon, you can actually split into a second platoon and have everybody under the same command network. So essentially, you could end up having your own battalion where you're commanding 96 people.
That's badass.
On a server. And I know it sounds so silly, but it's the only way I can vicariously live through something with that kind of setting. I would love... I didn't get the chance to do what I wanted to do with
You looked really frustrated just then. I'm not gonna lie.
Because I am. I never got the chance to do the special forces thing. I never got the chance to go into any of those operator type fields. So I'm living it out in video games.
All right.
Anyway, that was a long discussion on my take on Planetside 2.
So Ryan,
yeah,
kind of now understand your. I won't say frustration. So you know when you make a video or you post something and then you're like, why aren't my motherfucking friends liking this shit right now and supporting me?
Well,
so,
no, it's like everybody's like, oh man, I watched your video. Oh, I watched your video, and I'm like, oh well.
You didn't like it.
Yeah, well, there are. I don't know.
So this
I'm just. I mean, like the only thing that I could think of is like either you don't care or the video was just bad, and that's fine. I would like to know, but you know.
I'm understanding more because this whole oxytocin awareness page, which by the way, for anyone who may end up watching later, search for oxytocin awareness. Based out of Dayton, Ohio. Anyways, so me and Mike here have typed up some pretty inspirational shit, and we post it, and we're like, hey, motherfuckers, look at this awesome concept of being awesome, or just, you know...
Be nice to each other.
Right. And not a single fucking person likes it, except for, like, us. And
wait,
I'm like...
Did I like it? I liked it, didn't I?
I don't know.
I didn't yet, because I don't like it.
My point is I feel like most people are really involved with themselves. That's kind of
yeah.
I said that wrong.
Self-involved.
Yeah, that's redundant. Anywho, that they're self-involved. It's kind of like when I come to somebody, if I were to ever come to somebody, I should say, and be like, hey, I've got like the secrets of the universe. I just need 15 minutes of your time. Just listen, and then halfway through they'll be like, "Oh my God, Starbucks!" I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my God,
Starbucks! Fucking frappuccinos! Fuck yeah! And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm trying to tell you something that's some moving shit, and all you're doing is all self-involved with this. Man, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick. I need you both to go onto Facebook and share that post saying that we're live. Just because it has a link. So
Wait,
I need you guys.
honestly, I mean, I'm not really worried about it because people are going to watch it after the fact. But I mean, like, I'm going to share it, of course, but I'm saying, like, people are going to watch it after the fact and they're going to know that it's a thing. Which, by the way, we need to figure out exactly, like, when we're going to do this, because Friday really isn't a good day for this to be a regular thing.
What? Huh?
Friday is not a good day?
Friday is not a good day. There
I would
are...
actually have to say the same. So.
Well, I mean, the reason why is because we have people like Woody's Gamertag who has his podcast on Friday.
Bastard.
So, I'm just saying, like Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday, almost pretty much any day Saturday for the most part will work. Morning after Sunday would work also. But you know me, I'm an old man and I go to bed early.
I need my sleep.
I need my sleep. I get up early.
I get up to do my Pilates. Brooks, have I shown you how far I got with the...
What?
Ah!
Let me see it. Let me see
the Mega Mix. So it's... I've gotten this far without instruction. Just this one. That's it.
Yeah, that's... See, I'm still there on that one.
Really? Dude,
yeah, well, I mean, like, okay, I told you I solved it once before, but I've never solved it since then. I'm stuck there.
I came probably within, like... It was probably 2 turns, so, like, 9 steps. I probably came within, like, 9 steps to solving this. Thought I knew what I was doing. Made one wrong move, tried backtracking, and screwed up the entire thing. So I didn't touch it for, like, 2 months, and I came back and got back to this point. And now I'm scared to touch it. But I got 2 corners. I've got... I've got that corner, blue, white, and green, and I've got blue, orange, pink, and that's it.
I just see a bunch of pentagrams.
Okay, I think I can't remember, dude. I'm just going to go ahead and say that, but I think you need to screw up 2 other faces.
I don't even want to touch it.
I'll just say, I think you have to mess with 2 other faces.
Don't peer
because
pressure
it's all about, like, all about being able to have full rotation of a piece. and being able to finish it like by closing the rotation.
Yeah, I can
You
see
get,
that.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's what you have to do.
All right, and
Really,
for those of you who don't know,
you're messing with
I
three,
am a Rubik's Cube nerd. I have like a million of them.
and you made me obsessed with them.
Yeah, well, you used to solve them though, right?
I only ever solved the 3x3, but you start getting me into like the Pyraminx and Megaminx and all the little
Yeah,
2x2.
those are all still at my desk at work.
That Pyraminx is worn out.
Yeah, I know.
Can you? I'm just happy that I got more comfortable with that than you did. Just gonna say.
What do you mean?
Because
You did?
remember, I got to the point where I was just like knocking it out. You're like, I can solve it, but you just got it so easy. It's like, meh.
Me.
You know it.
Oh yeah, girl, we are so alive right now.
So,
Cams on and everything. Please make donations. I'm just joking. We don't want donations on our channel because that's bad for you to donate to gamers.
You talking like you talking to somebody.
so girl.
Sometimes I talk like I'm talking to somebody, but I'm not talking to anybody.
One
So-
second. I've got something very amazing for you guys.
No, you don't.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Don't stop touching that. It's gross. He's looking at it.
What are you looking at? What is that?
I'm
I want to see.
doing something. Just give me a second.
He's so into it right now. It's just. Oh.
I drew us.
Oh. Oh.
Hey! Fuck! Wait, there's my headset.
Wait.
Stop.
Sorry, I didn't get the memo. I didn't know I was supposed to wear a headset.
You're not supposed to. I mean.
Hold on.
Wait. There. Does that work? That's what Hal's just doing.
What is that?
He's holding his hands up and making them into.
Oh, wait. There we go. Now, this isn't actually hooked up to anything, but
Oh wait.
We could pretend. We show up late.
super! Fucking super! Look at this!
You're like that black guy from Star Trek.
I know! But don't take my word for it! Dun-dun-dun!
Wait, are you talking about Reading Rainbow guy?
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Is that the same guy?
Yeah, you
You
guys
know
didn't
that?
know this? The same guy. Reading Rainbow.
Copyright strike.
Oh.
What is that?
What does that say? I love
Say
you.
something, Mike.
What?
Yeah. Okay. You have to say something for it to show up like
Oh.
on our screens.
I'm talking so you can see this right now.
What's,
I'm just looking at your ninth manicure. That's
what's
all I was
one
looking
stand
at.
for?
What?
The one you drew a one. What is that?
That's a ribbon because you're number one in my heart.
Oh, I had no idea that was a ribbon. I thought it was like, I don't know, dynamite or something.
I'm never gonna draw anymore.
You
I don't even shut up. I don't even care.
stop
Throw
it.
it. Just throw it, Mike. Mike, just throw it.
I can't do this. Anyway, so
you go ahead. You go.
I just wanted to talk about the whole oxytocin awareness thing and what we've been talking about recently about, well, this doesn't necessarily tie with oxytocin awareness, but it's Ryan's Brostradamus ideas on the whole.
Ooh, I don't want to talk about the next video.
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Brostradamus.
Brostradamus?
Brostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Mysterious. Doesn't discuss videos. Brostradamus.
Discuss his life.
Writes his scripts with a feather and quill. Brostradamus.
All right.
No, okay, so then we'll talk about the oxytocin awareness thing, about how just finding purpose, like finding your purpose. Like we made a post today about I don't know, just It sounds silly and it sounds simple enough, but sharing the love and how the smallest gesture can turn into the biggest, the smallest gesture you have, yeah, you can make a small gesture, and even that small gesture will go a long way. That small gesture could lead into something great. So something as small as like smiling and letting somebody, holding the door open for somebody and smiling and just saying hi, or like waving to somebody. That could put them in the mood. That could affect them and impact them in a way that they might go do something great. And that you never know.
People watching though, it affects them as well.
Right.
The people who see it.
It's anybody who is somehow connected to that moment right there. You are impacting them whether you realize it or not, and that impact can turn into something greater down the road.
Which?
And then,
go ahead. Finish.
I was going to say, I feel like that could tie into the whole thing about trying to find your purpose. Because if you're happy, if you're doing something, if you're doing what you're meant to do, you're going to be happy. So
we totally had a very similar discussion out in front of Hal's Jeep.
Maybe this is just a continuation then between me and Hal on what you guys talked about.
Well, I don't know, man. I'm not ready to talk about that either.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because
I just don't want to talk.
They're video topics.
Look. Yeah, they are.
These are things that I'm going to talk about in future videos.
Quick caveat, though, to all this. Simon Sinek, S-I-N-E-K.
Is it Sinek or Sinek?
I don't know. I've been pronouncing Sinek.
Yeah, well, I believe it's Sinek.
Sinek? Anyways.
But not spelled Sinek. It's
got a couple of
S-I-N-E-K.
TED Talk videos, which they are really good, but he kind of just skims the surface. Highly recommend people to YouTube, like his hour-long videos. He discusses more about oxytocin and the effects and how basically just being a good fucking person and how much of a difference that can make. Kind of referring back to earlier when I said that people are very self-involved and should not be, basically.
But the overall talk is based. It's focused around leadership. It's about being a good leader. So.
And at least what I took for it in a nutshell, which again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. He goes much more in depth. To be a good leader, basically, in a sense, also means being a good person, not being a dickhead, like some leadership can be. But again, I feel like I'm not doing the video any justice at all. It's all of them. You'll tend to find that some of the videos repeat themselves, but yet he'll talk about maybe something different that he didn't talk before. But they're really good. I mean, seriously, just watch even the TED Talk video. You got 18 minutes. I think that's how long one of them is. Seriously, just take 18 minutes and watch it.
Yeah. I think his TED Talks is pretty popular on YouTube, and his video on TED Talks is the most viewed TED Talk video of all time.
Really?
So yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so if you haven't seen it, Mike, in fact.
Wait, Mike, you haven't seen him?
I'm pretty sure I watched that one.
Okay, I was gonna say TJ actually just posted one on Facebook because I referred him to watching it, and he actually found it very moving. It's like kind of annoying because there's been a few people that again, it goes back. I'm like, you really should watch this video, person, and I'm like, you got 18 minutes. I promise you this will give you a new perspective on things.
Real quick, don't mean to interrupt, but Morris is watching.
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Morris. We love you.
Oh, I guess Psycho's watching too.
Yeah, I commented. I was going to
did you?
do too. So, Psycho, Morris.
I don't think, okay, I just want to kind of go over this because we haven't really talked too much about the podcast itself. All right. As for normal cast, I would say it's going to be probably the three of us. And
Just
we
R&R.
may have guests every now and then. But really, I mean, I don't know. If you guys think it's necessary to have a guest, that's cool. If not, that's fine.
I think it wouldn't hurt to kind of spice things up a little bit. I mean, we have a certain personality. We create a certain formula. And I think by adding a person every now and again kind of shakes things up.
So Psycho, this is more of like our first. This is like a test run for us. We didn't really advertise or anything. We were just like, all right, let's do it, and that's what we're doing right now. So
yeah.
But if we decide to carry on with it, we will start talking about doing guests. And I think you would be a great guest.
Yeah, I agree with Hal. I think it'd be.
Also, it's my channel.
Fuck cut your ass! You hear me? I cut your ass!
Man, I cut all y'all asses.
I almost.
All your asses! I cut you!
I almost grabbed my Rubik's cube to drop it, but then I realized that would probably mess it
Yeah.
up. So I was like, no!
You would be like, because you don't have stickers, dude. You have tiles. You'd fuck that shit up.
I probably would have stormed off. I would have disconnected and stormed off if I screwed my Rubik's cube right now.
He would just slit his throat right in front of the
I think it's a Mega Minx. That's like, I think it's like a $15 or $20 cube.
Mm-hmm.
That would piss me off too.
No, but I agree with Hal that it'd be cool to bring in other people who could give us their input on. I mean, because
our first guest is Maynard James Keenan.
Okay.
Hey,
I would straight up, my head would explode.
No, you know what? And I don't. First off, he's got a couple of interviews. You should watch the one if anybody's a Joe Rogan fan. He is a what the fuck?
What is all that noise?
Oh, sorry, I'm playing with bottle caps.
Oh.
Guest on one of Joe Rogan Experience episodes. The thing about Maynard, and you can YouTube a lot of his interviews. I love Tool. He's kind of an asshole sometimes to the interviewers. And one thing I found is he does not like to talk about his music, or so it seems. But he's passionate about his winery.
Yeah, you talk about wine, and he's like, well, that's when he lightens up. He's like, well, actually...
Well, okay. I think the reason why... Okay. The guitarist who wrote the riff, who wrote the guitar line for the song Cherry Pie, he fucking hates that song, and it's the one that made him famous. Because everybody wants to fucking talk about it. Everybody wants to hear him play it. That's probably what it is with Maynard.
I mean,
It's like everybody wants to hear about his music, and everybody looks like too far in the wrong direction when they're interpreting his shit, and it's just like he just doesn't give a fuck anymore. That's what I think.
I
think him being an asshole is hilarious because
it's
even
funny.
from me being back whenever I was a teenager, listening to his music, it took me a little bit to catch on that he is a sarcastic prick, and it's hilarious, dude. He's got a really fucking dry sense of humor.
Yes, he does. I think it's funny being the audience and listening to that interview. However, trying to be an interviewer, to me, it'd be like picking the right questions to ask to avoid him being an asshole to you, to where you're like, fuck, all right.
So, do you...
I don't think you need to, I don't think you would want to, approach Maynard, asking him questions. If you ever wanted to approach that guy, just approach him as a person.
Yes.
I think that's when he would be most accepting.
BRB, guys. I have a small bladder.
I
That's
knew
an
that.
acronym. Be right back. Oh my god.
That was coming up.
What?
I was waiting for it. I'm surprised he hadn't gone to the bathroom already.
Is he pregnant?
I think so.
So predictable.
You know what's funny?
What?
In my little 3 icons down on the right, it says that right now we're making a Michael sandwich. You're in the middle of an M&M right now.
You are an M&M. You are Eminem.
Am I? What kind of M&M?
No, Eminem the rapper. Stupid. I don't know where this is going. I'm
I
sorry.
ain't white. Hey.
What is your ethnicity? I know you've told me this before.
I am a Puerto Rican.
Cool.
I'm Puerto Rican Irish. I'm an exact 25% of everything.
That's amazing.
How was
Of everything.
of everything?
Ever.
That means you're like 250%.
I'm like half
The
man.
math is a little bit off.
I'm like half man, half bear, and half pig.
One time, I was really stoned, and I was like, what if they took every single canine on the planet and
What do you
combined
do?
it as one hybrid dog? And at the time, I thought that was an amazing idea.
I'm sorry. I was
Husky,
just like,
Corgi, wolf, combined hybrid dog.
I'll tell you what. If it has a corgi in it, I'll most likely try to own it. Because I love corgis.
I just imagine like Chihuahua Mastiff.
Corgis are so cute, dude. They have like the shortest, stubbiest fucking legs.
Then you have Radar with his whole like. You say his name is. Like he'll be sitting there and just say his name. What are you drinking? Is that Sierra Nevada?
It is Sam's Club, by the way. For you frugal listeners out there, highly recommend getting a membership with them.
Sponsor.
4 case, full of IPAs. IPAs are fucking amazing, by the way. And I'm finishing up a beer that's lasted me for like weeks. I don't drink that often.
That one beer has lasted you for weeks?
Yes.
Guys, I've been sipping it like it's my last one.
It's
You really have not had it open for very long, have you? You just opened it, right? I'm
Yes,
confused.
I did.
I'm sorry. I'm a complete idiot, by the way. I'm very gullible.
But you're handsome.
So.
You are gold.
Handsome.
You're gullibly handsome, and that doesn't make sense. But it's true.
Wait, you're saying I'm handsome. Is that a joke, too?
What is real? I just like straight in the podcast. What is real?
Pay attention. My eyes are open. Anybody? Anybody? Anybody?
What?
Anybody?
What'd you
Anybody?
I don't.
Are you fucking
What
serious?
happened?
Fight Club.
Wait, what did you say?
Say it again.
Do it again. I want
Do
to
it
think
again.
while I'm watching this time.
Game of Thrones.
Is
If you're not a Game of Thrones watcher, you're wrong, and you should
I
watch
am
it.
wrong.
It is
lie.
amazing. Mike, have
I
you
just see that faggot with his fucking whatever the fuck he's got on his head. I'm just like, no, I don't.
which faggot?
And everybody's like, Game of Thrones, Game of Thrones, and I'm like, I don't really want to watch it now. Like,
I decided
I
to
don't
take it to the next nerdy level. So anytime Kylie's home, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go watch GOT. You know, I just figured nerdy people always abbreviate things.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Guess what?
Wow.
Well-
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, what is that?
I'm running out of shows, and I'm too lazy to illegally download other shows that I want to watch, so trying out Desperate Housewives. It's pretty good so far.
I'd say the best one that I've watched recently is Bates Motel.
Oh, I want to watch that.
I don't know, like some of the things that happen in that show are so predictable. Like you just like the patterns are so easy to recognize that you're like, oh great, okay, now this is gonna happen. And then as soon as you say that, it fucking happens. You're like, this is hilarious.
So I have no idea what the show's about because I'm just a Netflix user. I don't have cable. What's the show about?
It's about I can't remember. Is it like the movie American Psycho?
Yeah, it's like the kid.
It's about him as a kid,
Oh,
but it's all it's all fictional.
right. Okay.
So guys, guess what?
What? What is that?
I don't know.
I'm listening
You guys
up.
need to come out to Colorado sometime.
Hey, I told you.
Dude, I'm taking a week off. The week after next, I should just drive up there. We should make a video where it starts off with me like sitting on my PC and I'm like, what am I doing? And then I just like kick in your door. I'm in Colorado.
You have to
And I kick open people's door.
You have to be wearing
Like,
what?
he's like wearing one of his virtual reality headsets, so he doesn't know that I'm there. And he looks like a dinosaur.
If you can go ahead and plan it, I'm going up there for New Year's.
Yep.
Watching that motherfucking ball drop thun.
Going
I
where?
would make a ball drop if you know him.
Up to Colorado for New Year's. I'm gonna go up and see him.
I thought the ball dropped in New York.
Well, it does because they're Eastern time zone. Technically, for that moment, New York is in 2015, or so this
He's coming
upcoming.
here so we can time travel, okay?
Right. Exactly.
Guess what?
Yeah.
It's gonna be 10 o'clock.
We want to live in 2014 just a little bit longer.
Let's just get on foot and just run to the west as fast as we can.
Yeah, you can literally run away from 2000
until we escape the United States and get to somewhere where they don't have time zones, or where they don't have like daylight savings time and shit.
I was like,
yeah, like I think they have time zones everywhere, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all abide by that rule.
Wait, no, seriously though, like what places don't use it's just the United States that uses daylight savings time, right? Just the United States.
There's even places. I mean, there's places here in the U.S.
right now.
There's people.
My whole statement about running outside of the United States made absolutely no sense, and I just want to apologize for everybody watching.
Hey,
please go download all my Brostradamus videos.
Did you know that most areas do not abide by the daylight savings time, such as Africa?
You just turned it.
Arizona, I think it's Arizona.
And Iraqi, such as.
I don't think Arizona.
South Carolina.
Has daylight savings.
So, I was on Reddit the other day, and I was reading about how basically our internet providers are fucking us. Did you know that in countries such as Romania, they get like Google Fiber speeds, 1 gig, for like $18 a month?
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, it costs. Okay, I was reading this somewhere. It costs like 2 pennies for Comcast to produce like 1 gigabyte of data. Like 2 pennies for 1 gigabyte of data, and they're trying to data cap people. I think there are already people who are data capped, like 300 gigabytes a month. That's what you're limited to. And they're like, it's not a data cap. You still have it limited. It's just once you go over 300, then we charge you $50. Yeah.
So you can keep using it. Yeah, if they did that, unfortunately, I'm one of the suckers that's.
I think they charge. No, I think they charge you $10 for an additional 50 gigs.
That's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you, if Time Warner data caps, which I know they're one of the worst, in fact, I think they're rated the worst internet cable provider in America. If they did that, I'm just going to go without internet, which is really going to suck. But currently where I'm living, Time Warner Cable is the only thing available.
All I have is Xfinity Comcast.
Have you? There was a recent commercial. You saw that where they were playing a game and
what?
You know, they did one of those things where they had a booth and they're having people come and play this game and they're like, "Do you notice any lag like in your other internet provider?" And they're like, "No, this is amazing." Well, people comment and they're like, "Motherfucker, they're playing on offline." And
they're doing like
not only are they the game they're playing is offline, and it's one of those like super small, like super. It's a small game. It's like one of those dirt bike racers where you're on a. It's a side scroller dirt bike game offline, and they're like, "But do you notice any buffering? Do you notice any lag?" The guys are like, "No, this is so smooth. Like I'm not There's no buffering at all."
So stupid.
Oh, and have you heard? You ever read what I think it's Comcast bought out Time Warner, or Time Warner bought out, whatever it is. The new CEO of the internet,
the internet.
The CEO of the internet.
The CEO of Reddit.
People were asking, they're like, well, what do you have to say about the fact that your company, or now your companies, are the 2 worst rated companies in the country for customer service and just like services in general? And the guy's like, well, I guess it's easy, but it's one of those things where they say it was something along the lines of they say it because they have to say it. Like you can find it on Reddit because it was everywhere. You could probably Google it, like find out what exactly he said. But he said some moronic thing, pretty much like, oh, it's pretty much customers are just saying that because they don't actually understand what it is we give them. Like we're providing a service at a high quality service, and they just don't appreciate us. It's like, are you fucking serious? It's like I mean, even then, you want to talk about Comcast and Time Warner, you start talking about like Verizon and.
Oh my god, dude! I don't even want to fucking talk about.
I know you don't.
Apps. Dude, you know how much? I told you about this, right?
Yeah.
Like the fucking mobile data cap bullshit. All right. Did I tell you how? Yeah, I don't give a shit.
No.
I'm telling everybody. Today. All right.
Today.
So I go and I upgrade to the iPhone 5. It's a nice little gold one. I don't see anybody carrying it, so yeah, I'm really cool. Anyways, so I go and upgrade to the iPhone 5, and he's like, "Hey man, you've only got like 3 gigabytes of data. Like your data plan's like 3 gigs a month, and you usually use about 1.5 every month. You know, he's like, do you want to, knock $10 off your bill and, just go down to 2 or whatever?" I was just like, oh yeah, I mean, if that's what you're saying I'm doing, then yeah, that's fine. Okay, so like the first fucking day, I go over the 2 gigs. Okay, and then it's like, we're gonna add a gigabyte to your plan because you went over, by the way. And that gigabyte's going to cost you $15. All right? Okay. Not a big deal. So anyways, so I use my phone a lot to, like, watch YouTube and shit. So, like, my bill's, like, it's like $200 over my cell phone bill was just from the fucking data charges.
This is why Time Warner, baby. Now, they don't have truly unlimited per se.
Are you trying to like advertise Time Warner? You just said
Time Warner. Sponsor me.
No, I wouldn't fucking. I don't even want to like be friends with you. You're like Time Warner. They're great. They're gonna data cap everyone.
They haven't thus far, and I don't pay extra for going over my unlimited plan.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not capped right now with Comcast. And actually, I will say, even though I'm not always happy with the services I get, they did call me like a month ago, and they're like, "Hey, we see your pings $78 a month for just our like mediocre." I was paying for 25 down, 3 up, just internet. I didn't have cable or anything, and they're like, "We noticed you're paying $78 for that." Well, we're running a promotion right now where we will give you 50 down, 5 up, plus like 50 basic channels, 50 basic digital channels for only $79. And I was like, I stopped for. I was like, is this one of those like limited time promotions where you're gonna give this to me for 6 months and then I'm gonna get, my prices are gonna jump to like $150 a month? And they're like, no, this is our everyday price. And I was like, okay, like, so when you say everyday price, like this is gonna be my month to month, no end. They're like, yeah, that's what we're trying to give you. I was like, okay. So I finally agreed. I got transferred to a sales manager who was trying to change my my service, and she was like, okay, so I see we're switching you to the 50 down, 5 up with 50 channels for that's our promotion, so that's $59 a month. And I was like, whoa. Like she was like trying to push that $59 a month, and I was like, wait, I was told I was gonna get $79 a month. She was like, huh? Not the 59 month?
Fair.
She was like, not the 59 month? And I was like, no, what's the 59 month include? She's like, well, it's 59 months or $59 for the first 12 months, and then you get the rate increase. I was like, no, they told me 79 forever. And she was like, oh, 1 second. She like left. She came back. She's like, okay, yeah, that's actually what we meant to do. I was like,
Bitches.
like, I wonder if they were like trying to snake me down one path, like, yeah, we're gonna give you this, and then put me on a sales manager, and I'm just like, that sounds great, let's do it.
Well, on that Reddit post where they were what you were talking about, the CEO of Time Warner Cable had a press conference and basically asking, hey, why do you think you're the worst internet provider in America? Anyways, in the comments, they were saying, this one guy was saying every 6 months or every 7 months, he calls Time Warner and says, hey, your prices are too high. I'm going to cancel my internet with you guys. And they're like, no, we'll up the speeds and lower the price for, say, 6 months. And then they're like, sure. And then 7 months later after that, they call again and say, hey, prices are too high. I'm going to cancel. So it's just a constant cycle. And I'm going to start implementing that.
Dude, you can do the same. You can do that same thing sometimes with credit cards or just like other bills in general. If you call a credit card company Like, hey, I've been with you guys for a few years now. I run a pretty solid account with you guys, and I've really appreciated your services. I was just seeing, the interest rates are a little high. Just go in there and kind of work it and be like, can I get lower interest rates? And they'll be like, oh, yeah. And be like, can I also get can I raise my credit limit just a little bit? Because I'd like to, just tell them, like, I'm planning to buy a new computer or something. They're like, oh, okay. Because to them, they're like, this is more interest coming in. Whether or not you use it, it can be both good and bad, because too much open credit can actually hurt your credit score. But I mean, if you only have one or two cards and that's really your only credit card source, doing that for your two cards isn't going to hurt you. So my friend used to do that. He'd call in because he had his two cards and just kept on. He went from like a $750 credit limit for his first chase to like an $8,000 credit limit with like 5% or something stupid. And he was never going to use all that. He had it.
Hi, Kelly.
Oh.
Oh my God, it's Kelly.
That's my prison nurse.
Oh my. I wish I had a prison nurse.
She learns how to do cavity searches. She said they don't, but they really do.
I'm gonna step away for a second. I'll be right back.
Of course.
Bye.
Of course, Ryan. You always leave us. You make a video and then don't put out another one for over a week. You dick.
You know why? Because you're playing Black Ops 2.
Your production rate is
okay. I do want to apologize for that. If you have managed to stick around this podcast this long, I put out a video last week and I haven't put up one since. Doing gun scenes takes a lot out of me, and I really need a fucking break. Yeah, and my PC. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Come here.
But right now I am working on a very particular, like a very special video, and I'm putting a whole lot of time into it, and it's just got to be perfect. And there is a corgi, so everybody enjoy that. I'll be right back.
Corgi!
We have a guest. Say hi, Radar.
Can Radar hear me?
No, but I can hear you. Radar, let's ask Radar a question. Radar, do you love me? Do you love me? Yeah? Do you love me? He does. Do you like hamburgers? What about Michael? You miss Michael? You miss Michael? Okay, I'll let him down.
I miss that dog.
So what?
I said I miss that dog.
I miss him too sometimes. Now he's going after the cat. See if
A kitty cat.
Let's see. You might be able to see him. He's walking around panting, trying to jump and get her.
So we only have 2 watching, huh?
I guess so.
Oh, by the way, are you going to get on Planetside later tonight?
What? Yes, please. Yeah, I'll be on Planetside. My friend from work said he'll be on Planetside.
Nice. Text me when you get on. I'll play with you. I created my profile, Jack Johnson and Tom O'Leary. And I've got the light assault with the shotgun. So
yeah, we'll. For you, anybody that's listening, just to recommend to anybody that's playing or going to play Planetside, whatever, if you have plans, go to the Planetside wiki. From the menu, it's kind of hard to navigate, so the best option is to actually Google. If you're curious about something or need to know, Google Planetside 2 wiki, or Google Planetside 2, then your question. If you see a link to the wiki page, go there. Because chances are it's already being covered in the wiki. There's just not a link from the homepage in the wiki. But I was learning about certification points. So the way you cert farm, you get one cert for every 250 experience points. And then they went into the breakdown of how you get experience points. So it's like you get 150 per revive. You get like, let me bring it up real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find it so I can let you know. and if anybody's listening.
I doubt they've made it this far.
No one's listening.
No. But then they're like, this is not interesting. Who are these faggots?
Let's see. Yeah, TJ just said he's not watching anymore.
Yeah, I didn't understand his comment. He said, I stopped watching. It's not as fun watching and commenting on here. It's not as fun.
Oh, probably because he has to bounce back and forth because he's watching from his phone.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Okay, so here are the experience points you can earn. As an infantry kill, or if you're an infantry, Listen, I'm trying to understand this because this is now very confusing. Okay, yeah, they do mention that every 250 experience points you earn 1 certification point. So this is where cert farming comes in handy, where you're just going around capping facilities. Because when you cap a facility, that's like 1,000, I think, 1,000 experience. Yeah. So for facilities,
so that's 5 experience or certs. Is that correct?
Capping a facility is 4 certs.
See, okay, my bad, misunderstood. I thought you said for every 250 experience points is 1.
Right.
Okay.
So you can then this is if you're battling facility. There are small facilities that usually only have 1 capture point, and they're worth 250 experience points if you win that if you capture that facility. A medium facility is worth 500 points, and then a large facility is 1,000 points. Anytime you can convert one of those little like points within
Bravo Charlie.
Yeah, when you convert those, that's 25 points. If you're a hacker or an engineer and you're going and overloading generators or terminals, if you overload a terminal, that's 250 points. So that's where engineers can. Yep. So engineers can farm some points there. Stabilization, I think that's.
What are you guys talking about?
Planetside too.
Oh my god.
I think stabilization is actually restoring that terminal or whatever that you just overloaded, or that generator. Objective kill, I'm not sure what that is. And then terminal destruction is any of those little terminals where you can switch out loadouts, get vehicles, or anything like that. You can actually destroy the enemy's terminals. So you get 20 points for those.
Nice.
Let's see. And then there's a breakdown of how many experience you get for like killing certain vehicles. And I will say, if you can destroy a vehicle, you get a ton of experience points. Like Sunderers are worth 500. Main battle tanks are worth 500. Lightnings are 400. Harassers are 300. And then Galaxies, I think, are now worth 500. I think Libs are 400 and Mosquitoes are 300. Yeah, so that's where running with a good squad can help because... Sorry, I wasn't looking, so I don't know what's going on.
What?
I wasn't watching the screen, so I didn't see you guys or what's happening. Now it's dark in Hal's room. What?
Why is it so dark there? What happened?
Yeah, that's where running with a good
What are you doing?
helps in Planetside because then you can capture facilities so much quicker. You can hold off enemies and get tons of kills. I played for a few minutes before jumping on here.
Alright, so what do you guys think about naming this sniper on the helipad? That's what I named it, kind of by default. If you guys have any other names, ideas?
The only reason I would say maybe something different is if it was a clever title that involved all 3 of our names, which I don't know what that would be. Ryan and the 2 gay boys. Something like that.
Ryan and the 2 gay boys. Yeah. By the way, they're not gay.
Oh, no. No, we're not. Well...
a lot of people think we are.
In fact, actually, me and Mike were at George's wedding a couple weekends ago, and there was a girl that was interested in Mike. She was younger. But anyway,
she was a little girl.
She was disappointed because she thought that me and him were gay for each other because of the way that we act around one another.
Yeah, George's niece. She's like, I think. Thank you.
Dinner. Is that carrots and pickles?
My darling fiance made this for me.
The pickles?
Pickles and hummus.
That looks so tasty.
That's how I eat carrots, okay? Don't judge. Don't judge.
God.
That's what I look like when I orgasm.
Let's go.
Michael made a funny comment.
Yeah.
Hal and I do that in the office now. Like every now and then we'll just be like,
Yeah. The other day he was turning the corner and I was like, oh!
I miss that when the three of us used to sit there, and one of us would lead off with a sound, and then it usually ended with you going, ah! Ah! Like,
just sounded like you're getting murdered.
I just terrified my cat.
I think
Not yet.
I can think orgasm sounds are just as funny though. Sometimes, so like, ah! Something like that.
You have to scream.
Like, you have the older crowd that we work with. Like, what is going on? There's weird noises coming from that cubicle over there. It sounds like sex
You
noises.
sound like Jim. What is it, Jeffries?
Your fucking face, dude. When you're doing your impression, it's so funny, dude.
I need to turn on the light. It's actually getting. I feel like it's getting really dark.
It's cool, man. It looks good. You look great. I like it with the lights off. Yeah.
Yeah, I miss all the shenanigans.
Yeah. I got these two old ladies. Well, not old. They're older. That sit near me. Oh my god. I could not stand being in a retirement home for any longer than 20 minutes at a time because these ladies talk about the most senseless things constantly. They're like, hey, Kathy, so this weekend I went to KFC and you won't believe it. They added extra breading to my fried chicken and I'm pretty sure I got one extra biscuit. And then Kathy's like, oh, Betty, that's really interesting. The other day I went to the mall and you won't believe what I saw. I saw this dress. It was pink. It was on sale. And it's just like that all damn day. I'm just like, ugh!
I miss the.
I honestly, I mean, that just sounded like a typical conversation with a woman.
But it's
typical female.
It's like, oh my god, I
So
just
the other
had
day,
the
girl said
longest
something to me that made
day.
me upset. So what I really wanted to say, but I didn't say it, but I said it in my head, and then now I'm going to just vent to you about this. No sex for a week!
That's when you chime in. You're like, I was going and I've had these problems, so I went to the commissary and I got myself some Lotrimin Ultra because I thought it was my feet, but it wasn't my feet. You just go off on.
I don't know what it was. I just saw this. I just
You
saw
was my vagina!
Did it have a nose? Yes, that does sound like a face. Scary movie. Wait, what was that? 4? Like, yeah, I think that was 4.
I'm going to turn on a light after.
Or making fun of the garage or whatever. It's so tasty. Put it away, dude. Dude, just put it away. It's so not. Don't do it.
I only have one.
I don't get it, dude. Okay, look. I was driving home the other day, like, on lunch, and I was just thinking about Dragon Ball Z because I could not get into this fucking show, and I just don't understand it when these nerds get together and talk about it like it's porn. Like, no offense. And I'm just like, dude, I don't get it. I don't know.
Have you seen what they look like when they're not wearing shirts? I mean, well,
I think that's the reason why people turn gay, because they get these action figures with really defined muscles. Was it, a comedian said that somewhere, sometime. I was like, that's a good point. When I was a kid, I used to have these action figures, and I'd be like, there's no fucking way these muscles exist. Like, I don't know. Anyways, that wasn't gay.
I mean, he kind of was, but.
Oh man.
So how many hours
So
do you
we got-
behind us, Mike? So it's 9:15 here. What time is it at your place?
He's 2 hours behind.
Oh, 2. I thought you were saying it was 2 o'clock.
Mhm.
Like, that's impossible.
I mean, it is.
So daylighty out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whoa. So, did the apartment come with blue walls? Because I've never been... Okay, you guys painted.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are going to have to paint that back.
Mm-hmm.
I already know whose decision that was. Enough said.
I'm cool with it, though.
It looks better.
It does.
Unlike my apartment where it's just nothing but white walls. Now, I could paint, but then I'd have to paint it back, and I'm just...
I see a moose.
Yeah.
I see a
He
moose.
looked like a monster at first because it was all like shadow and shit behind him.
Oh, that's just my demon, Jonald. He just lives in the house with me.
You're like, I discovered him this one time. I was playing with a Ouija board.
Did you say his name's
He
Donald?
touches my bunghole.
Did you say his name's Donald?
Jonald with a J. What I like to do is I like to take 2 names and combine them, and they sound horrible. So, for example, Toddathan. Todd and Donald. Toddathan. John Donald. Jonald.
Do you combine them all with John?
pretty much. The list goes on. You could think of any names, just mash them together, and it sounds horrible.
Reich? Reichel? Ryle?
Like, we'll say Doug and Morgan. Dorgan.
Dorgan.
I'll have 3 sons.
You sound like one
Dorgan
of those kids who don't know how to cuss and they combine random words. Like the typical Call of Duty player who calls you nigger faggot. Like,
Yeah. What is...
you little nigger faggot.
What is
Remember
that?
one time we all played Black Ops 2 and we came up with this idea to create like this attorney who defended people. It was like, have you been wrongly accused of being a nigger faggot?
Have you...
As a 12-year-old fucked your mother.
Maybe you should call the law offices of Ryan.
Of Ryan.
Just that's it. No last name. No Ryan of law. Just Ryan. Who's defending you? Ryan. No, just Ryan. He's defending me.
I'm like standing over there like, what up, Dad?
Yeah.
Have you seen my YouTube channel?
Hey guys, check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe.
There's so many video ideas that I feel like we always have. It's just we don't
I
have.
think what we need to start doing. I was thinking about this earlier. Sorry, while I was in the shower.
Go ahead.
My great ideas come from, and I think we should start discussing. Shut your mouth, Mike. We should start discussing skit ideas and have the audience start doing, because we come up with skits like hundreds of skits at once, dude. And we have so many good ones.
Like just stop it. That skit idea.
Oh, just stop it!
Stop
It's so big.
So the other day, me and Ryan were talking, and we just heard some. What?
I think I told Ruhr about this.
Oh, did
go
you
ahead.
already?
Go ahead.
Well, there was a lady
Watching.
that was conversating with another guy, and she was laughing, and she was like, "Oh, just stop it. And so then, like, we just escalated it. And she's like, oh, just stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. Like, and then we did a scene where she was at a cafe. And, you know, she's with another guy, and she laughs, and, oh, just stop it. And eventually, like, she pulls out a gun and just starts shooting, just stop it! And there's, like, people lying on the ground, blood just spurting out of their mouth. I'm like, whoa.
And the whole time, the other person is still giving compliments. And, like, every time. It's just like, but you're so pretty! Like, just stop it!
Just stop it!
I miss our just sitting around and coming up with these stupid ideas.
Okay, if anybody
Brian,
makes that skit, please inbox me on YouTube and let me know that you made that so I can advertise your channel. I only have like 1,000 subs, so if you're a lot bigger than me and you're watching this, which I don't even know why that would happen, but if that is the case,
or only what?
You're lost.
I can you know, get it out to some people.
Let's see. We are.
We plateaued.
We were doing really good, and then that good stuff stopped.
We're only an hour and 15 minutes in.
Yeah, it's I have it set for an hour and a half. Do you guys want to make it longer? I do have a date at 10 o'clock.
I want to play
Call of Duty date.
I want
with Flores.
I want to play games.
For anybody who is probably not listening, me and Mike, Planetside 2.
Sassy Dragons.
Yep.
We'll have. I think tonight we'll have at least four people playing.
Also, for those of you who are watching, who thinks that Michael Howe needs to get a YouTube channel? He needs to get his own YouTube channel, or he needs to be present in my channel more.
I agree. He should be present. I agree. He needs to do one of those because I would like to see him in your videos. Because I think
you're like the funniest person I know.
Stop it!
He has
but you're just so good.
You have such a sweet face. I miss your sensitive skin and your food allergies.
I do. Hey, just so everybody knows, I do have a tree nut allergy. Tree nuts grow on trees. Peanuts grow in ground. Just to explain. So people like say you can't have peanut butter? Is that what you're saying, boss? That you can't have peanut butter? And I'm like, no, I can have peanut butter, I can't have tree nuts. They're like, what the fuck is tree nuts? I'm like, almonds, cashew.
It's a lot like truck nuts.
Yeah,
that's what on trees.
Listen to me, boss. Listen to me now. Listen to me. You can't have tree nuts.
Wait, so if tree nuts grow on trees, are peanuts grass nuts?
They grow on peas.
Are they ground nuts?
Yes, they are. It's actually kind of embarrassing because someone's like, "Hey, would you like to try this delicious baked good that my wife made?" I'm like, "Does it have tree nuts in it?" They're like, "Fuck you." And then
they're just like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I'm like, well, shit. Fuck me for having a tree nut allergy.
You wouldn't have survived, ever.
You're right.
You just like that. Definitely was not what I expected. Just fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, our boss came the other day, and he had these brownies. Like, hey, my wife made these brownies. Would you like one? I was like, oh, yeah, but do they have tree nuts in them? And he's like, I don't fucking know. And
that's what he said.
And I was like, all right. Fuck me. I really wanted a brownie, but never mind.
Just lick it. Don't even.
So what happens if you have tree nuts?
Do what?
You just get like, does your mouth like swell up?
He sprouts.
Fortunately,
he sprouts.
Yes. Fortunately, I have a mild allergy. I just get hives. I do not have anaphylactic. I don't go through anaphylactic shock.
Okay.
Your mouth swells up.
You get hives. So what? You get bees.
Bees. Beehives grow on my body.
Oh no!
My nuts turn into beehives.
Guys, don't come around. They're really angry right now.
They're really pissed off. Nerd moment, if anybody gets this reference. But it made me think of Bioshock. Anybody who ever played that game, and one of the powers that you have. I really feel nerdy since you two. I was really hoping like one of you'd be like, "Oh yeah, you have a power where you control bees." But now I just feel like I sound stupid.
No, Bioshock's a badass game.
It is a really good game.
But I do not remember that.
Yeah, you had those little, powers. One was fire, one was ice. One, you had bees that would crawl on your hand. And
yeah. I remember
you shoot them out at people. Basically, all it did was stun them, give you time to kill them.
That sounds silly.
I break out into hives whenever I'm around cats. I am
Remember
extremely
Tinkerbell?
allergic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, Tinkerbell's your cat, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
I just imagined like Hal sitting there like really hard, like he eats some tree nuts and this hive grows and he's like, and just like gets sucked back in. He's like, okay, takes another bite of almonds and just he's like, oh no, just focusing really hard on suppressing that.
I'm producing so much honey.
It just starts weeping out of your hives.
Yeah, just honey's running down my cheeks.
I'm always so sticky.
Sweet.
I'm just sticky.
I'm all sticky. And my fingers are sticky.
If that happened to you, I'd sit there and throw like little bits of paper at you and just get it stuck.
Morris just reminded me. She was like, "Oh, Melissa brought in brownies today." I was like, "Yeah, I had one," and I just forgot to ask if there was tree nuts.
Guess not.
It takes 24 to 48 hours for side effects to result from eating tree nuts. So I will find out by tomorrow whether or not I wake up with hives across my chest.
You said 24 to 48 hours?
24 to 48 hours for me. Like I said, it's a mild allergy before you see the effects from eating tree nuts.
The time I broke out in hives, the first time I ever broke out in hives was I was helping a friend move, and he had one of those fucking like cat tower things.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking about it, like I just like walked in the U-Haul truck and grabbed this gigantic cat tower thing and was like carrying it inside, and then all of a sudden I just got like so itchy, and they were just like, "Dude, are you okay? You don't look really good." And like I went into like the bathroom and I was just like patchy red fucking everywhere, and I'm just like, "What do you mean I don't fucking look good? I look like I just got hit in the face with a bunch of baseballs." Like, I don't know.
I don't get hives because I'm a robot.
I'm damn robots. Damn robots.
Robot. I'm a robot.
Taking over the world. Speaking of, I don't know if you guys watch Zach's channel at all. Do you watch Zach's channel?
I started watching his Doom Let's Play. So if he ends up watching this, let you know I was watching the Doom 3 and I actually found I compared him to him and PewDiePie. For the record, I think PewDiePie's fucking annoying. He's not funny. I don't understand why he's that popular. And actually, in my opinion, I personally found Zachary more entertaining than PewDiePie. So,
yeah, I'd
seriously keep up the videos. I think they're really good, and I actually think you're really funny.
Yeah, I really enjoyed when we used to play with Zach, like DayZ and just whatever it was we were playing. I thought Zach. I know Zach's a funny dude. Huh?
Zach's fucking hilarious.
He's a funny guy.
He just says like the shit that like it automatically turns into quotes.
Right.
You know? Like the funniest thing I swear to God he has ever fucking said. We were playing Minecraft, and he was like, "Ryan, I need you down here. I'm being attacked by a bunch of skeletons." I'm just like, "Hold on, give me a moment." He's like, "Well, you know what they say." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "We got a moment. There's a bomb on the bus." And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
One memorable line that he said was, "You guys were playing." I think the first episode of Saints Row, was it 3?
No, Saints Row 4.
Saints Row 4, and there was that cutscene where I guess someone was being taken by the aliens. Anyways, and it showed one of the characters like.
Oh yeah, I know you're
talking about. Like, "No, that's my sex slave!" And like that.
Or I miss when you guys were doing the Saints Row. You guys had a lot of funny commentary there.
Yeah, well, we haven't done anything with the Dirt Bros in a while.
Yeah,
I
you need
like
to do
our
some more
Splinter
Dirt Bros.
Cell. Our Splinter Cell shit was pretty funny too. Like that one time when we were it was one of the episodes where I was like it did like we finished like an area and it did like this animation like this cutscene or whatever,
Mhm.
and a truck pulled up. And it's and like I got in the front seat, my character did, and I was just like shotgun like that, and like I said it right when the character opened his mouth in the cutscene, so it looked like he said it. And then like when we got to the next place, it's like, hey Ryan, look, there's the baby in here. I'm like, where's that bitch? Shoot that baby! I don't know. It's just the commentary was.
Dude, I also miss your Gmod with friends. Your Gmod videos are.
He actually messaged me earlier on Skype and asked me if I want to play some Gmod, but I told him I'm in a podcast. But
Zach, we miss you.
Yeah, I will say, watching you guys play Gmod, I can definitely tell you guys have a lot of fun because, like, it sounds like 50% of the time you guys are just laughing.
Mm.
it's just like the dumb shit that is said sometimes, though. I don't know.
I still remember there was one part in particular on one of your videos where there's like two of you on a ledge because there was a weapon. There was like a weapon at the end of this ledge, and there were two of you, but the person in front of you had their back to their weapon, and you were looking at the weapon. I think you were the one that was like trying to get to the weapon. You're like, hey, turn around. I need to get that weapon. You're like, and they're what? It was something along the lines of like they didn't want to turn around because they thought you were the murderer. They're like, no, you go stab me in the back. You're like, no, seriously, there's a weapon back there, and I want to get it so I can help us. And like this entire time, you guys are sitting there on this little ledge, like back and forth, and no one's moving, no one's dropping.
Oh, right. I know what you're talking about.
It went on.
We were playing Murder,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was Zach threw a fucking knife past us, and the only way to get it was to cross the ledge. But me and a couple other people who were innocent were standing on the ledge, and we wouldn't let him pass.
Right.
To get his knife. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And we all have like random names, and he's like, "Oh, like my name was Cthulhu." This one game, and like I ran into Zach, and he's like, "Oh shit, Cthulhu!" Just like the way he said it was so funny, dude.
Cthulhu.
Oh man, I'm so excited to play League Play tonight.
There was an interesting game that just came out today for Steam called The Forest. I was just watching a trailer.
The Force is out?
Yeah.
Are you
The
serious?
Forest, like the Oculus Rift game?
Yes.
Yeah. For anybody that doesn't know, it's basically
It's a horror game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's horror survival.
Open world horror survival. Apparently, the storyline starts off as you plane crashed onto this. I don't know if it's an island or just an open area, but a forest, and you have to basically create fortitude. And it seemed as though it's a kind of like a Minecraft in the sense it's just ongoing, nonstop, day by day, and you have to fortify and protect yourself against lurking enemies. And
dude, this looks fucking like the pictures. It looks pretty
really
scary.
good. Currently, I would recommend looking at the negative reviews, and in fact, I always do that about a game that I'm curious about, just to see what the reviews have to say. And apparently, because it's an alpha stage, which so therefore, in my opinion, it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of bugs and a lot of things they need to fix. But with the beta or finished product, it looks like it could be a really awesome game, and it
I
kind
think
of
it's terrifying still.
yeah, it kind of reminded me of Starforge, which I know is on Steam, just obviously a little bit differently.
I'm trying to see. What is it Bomb Dog Studios? Is that the... I follow them on Facebook. I want to give them a shout out or just like mention their name. No, Bomb Dog Studios I think is Mav, which is a sick game. If anybody here played Chromehounds, there's a game coming out called Mav, It's actually an acronym for Modular Assault Vehicle, I think. And it's pretty much a 1-to-1 of Chrome Hounds, but it's this one guy. I think he's two. It's a 2-man team now, but they have pretty much been working for years now to develop this new Chrome Hounds and release it to people who missed that game. Where is this? Yeah, I can't.
Oh my god, dude, the forest.
It looks sweet.
I am watching the trailer, dude. I am
Is
this multiplayer?
I don't know. And
It's single player.
I guarantee, though, like I said, it's an alpha stage. I guarantee it'll eventually be multiplayer. Anybody?
Okay, I don't want like a huge like server like multiplayer. I want like 2 or 3 friends can join you.
That would be cool.
Like
That would be like so they could put more more work into the game itself and not just the whole multiplayer. This looks fucking terrifying.
Dude, imagine it.
God, dude.
Imagine it with
Watch
the
the
Oculus.
trailer. It looks awesome.
And imagine.
I finished watching the fucking trailer.
By the way, for anybody who, and even you guys, if you haven't liked, quote unquote, Steam on Facebook, you should. Daily they have sales, and although I don't typically buy any,
Steam.
Yeah, Steam.
Okay.
I always look at the games that they're advertising. I at least look at the trailers because there's so many obscure games that you would never even think about considering. And you look at the trailers, such as The Forest. I just saw. I had no idea what it was. I was like, never heard of the game. I'm going to look at it, and that's where I found this game. And it, like I said, there's a lot of games out there that they don't advertise that look really interesting.
That's where you first heard of The Forest?
Today was. I mean, as far as I know, it looked like it was.
You remember back whenever when Ruger was in the office, and we were always talking about the VR stuff. Like constantly talking about VR shit, like the Oculus.
Oh yeah.
Like The Forest was like one of the first demos we used to talk about because it looks, dude, that game looked terrifying. I can't remember where I saw like the demo. Like I think Markiplier, like he played it.
I can't remember.
Like I don't know, but it looked fucking terrifying, and I'm really fucking happy about this. I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy it.
Gotta see. I'm gonna find
my credit card information.
Does it not?
Oh my god, is anybody good? Okay, if you're watching this and you're good at League Play for Xbox 360, fucking add me and let's play.
What's your gamer tag?
Stegosaurus X Rex. I know having the X in my gamer tag makes me fucking gay. It's okay. I accept that. Alright, Stegosaurus X Rex.
Is it because somebody already took Stegosaurus Rex?
Actually, I own that one too.
What happened to the original?
It's like an old account, and I activated the Stegosaurus X Rex one under my Rachel and Ryan Gaming email.
Just
Because
out
I
of curiosity.
pretty much manage everything under that one.
Oh, okay, I got it. So that's why you didn't reactivate, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference for me to have created a new account or reactivate that one. It would have cost the same, or I could have just went through the trouble of changing the fucking email, right, for the old one. But I was just like, whatever, I'll just create a new account. I own the original, so yeah, who cares?
The original. Oh,
I'm the original.
I guess since we're throwing out gamer tags, previously was console owner, thanks to Ryan and Mike. I came to them and was thinking about converting to PC. Greatest decision I've ever made in my life in regards to gaming. And my gamer tag, or whatever Steam calls it, my username is puberty overdose, all one word. Add me.
I never play Xbox like ever anymore. It's
Yeah,
become a glorified Netflix.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, I have a Netflix up in or Netflix. I have an Xbox up in my bedroom. I only use it for Netflix and a DVD player. That's it.
Dude,
If I was forced to get a console, though, coming from Xbox, yes, I would get a PS4. If I was forced to go back to console, I'd go to PS4 simply because Microsoft holds restrictions that PlayStation does not, and they allow more. For example, eventually or supposedly, Planetside 2 is supposed to come out for PlayStation Network.
I have read that.
So,
I think Planetside 2 has a pretty good, or it has a pretty decent system right now. They don't have too many servers. They have a few for like regional type, or they have a few regional type servers. But each server seems to be pretty well popped. Like, they're not over popped. They don't. I read about a lot of people who deal with like lag issues. But I've never had lag issues.
I've had slightly. Only when there's a lot of shit going on, and literally for like a split second, it'll act kind of laggy, but like it's not continuous. It's for a split second, I kind of freeze up for just, like I said, a split second.
Yeah, for me, that only happens when I first warp in or like first deploy to an area. If I jump in and there's a ton of stuff going on, it might take me a second or two to load everything up, but as soon as I'm up, I'm good.
And the way I look at it, it's a free-to-play game. I'm not going to complain. And honestly, for a free-to-play game, the product is amazing. In fact, if let's just say
we're up to
next month,
4 viewers, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's
nice. And just for example, if next month Planetside 2 came out and said, "Hey, we're going to now charge you $10, $15 for the game," I would pay for it. That good of a game. Most of the other free-to-play games that I've played, like Warframe, I enjoy Team Fortress 2, but I'll throw that in there. Blacklight Retribution. If they said, "Hey, we're going to start charging for you to play this game," I probably wouldn't play it. But Planetside 2 definitely.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, Blacklight Retribution. If you're a Call of Duty fan, you need to play the game. I'll just leave it at that.
That's Blacklight Retribution. That's the remake of Half-Life, right? What am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Black Mesa. You're thinking of Black
that's
Mesa.
what I'm thinking of.
Blacklight Retribution, when I played it, has a very huge Call of Duty just feel to it. Like guarantee if you play the game and you're a Call of Duty fan, you'll enjoy Blacklight Retribution. It reminded me very much of just the style.
I am ashamed to say, because now that I've mentioned Half-Life, I still have to play Half-Life. I've never played it.
Half-Life is a PC classic.
Yeah.
Not playing Half-Life is never seeing Terminator. That's the equivalent, or Star Wars. One of the two. That's the equivalence.
Well, good news. During the 2013 Steam sale, I picked up the entire Half-Life 2 collection for like $5.
Yeah, that's good. You need to play the first one first.
Right.
Important.
And I don't care the fact that it doesn't look as good.
If it's a good game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, in my opinion, the gameplay was before its time. If I played it now, from what I think, it's been a year since I played it. I would still enjoy it just as much as any other regular shooter. I have to pee again.
Yeah, I want to end this because we're past our hour and a half now.
All right.
Psycho's still watching, or he
was. If you want to talk about your channel real fast, you don't really have a whole lot going on there, but you do have a channel.
Me?
You do have a video up, don't you?
In time. I got a GoPro for Christmas, so I plan on. Well, didn't help. This whole surgery thing came up, so my idea for being super active this summer definitely fell through. But probably starting in the fall, definitely in the winter, I'll be using my GoPro and getting into snowboarding and everything like that. I plan on getting like snowboarding videos up. I plan on doing mountain biking. So my channel, I want to do a lot of just like, I don't know.
You still have the GoPro video though, right? Of you and I have Radar.
Yeah. That's another thing. I want to do extreme sports. I also do these videos with my dog. I got to figure out a better way to do, or figure out a better setup. But I hook up my GoPro to my corgi and let him run around the dog park. So um, that's fun.
Yeah, it's actually a really he's got a video of him and Radar, which is the name of his corgi, at the dog park with the GoPro on, and it's a really well made video. I was whenever I saw it, I was seriously impressed.
Disclaimer though, this gives me absolutely no credit for any of it because I didn't actually put in that work. I had the video clips, and through GoPro you can download the GoPro Studio for free, and they actually have templates that have the complete build. They have background music, so they do the intro, and that one just happened to work perfectly. I don't remember. That might
Everybody go and dislike his video.
No. So I used the template. It just happened to work out perfect, and I had the perfect clips, like when the Great Dane comes in slow motion, stuff like that. So I don't know, but hopefully I can get a decent enough editing software. The studio should work fine, but if I have a good enough editing software, I should be able to make some decent videos. I don't plan on doing much though. I want to put a lot of time into snowboarding this summer, or this winter. So that's probably where the bulk of my videos will be this winter.
But yeah, you want to talk about your channel, your actual channel name and stuff?
Oh, it's just, I think, let me see.
It's Fathead Phila 44. Is it Fathead Phila _44?
No, it's just Fathead Phila. Fathead Phila, that's FILLA 44, no space, no underscore. Yeah, it's nothing special.
Also, I advertise myself to be a guest on anybody's channel.
Ox and Wares?
YouTube slut. That's what I'm going to classify myself as. You can use me in any way you wish.
Use him, abuse him.
Just use me. Use me because I have low self-esteem.
All right, cool. Well, I think that's it. And when do we think we're going to do this next one? I don't know. Follow me on Facebook.
Twitter.
Twitter is Rachel Ryan Games. That's where most of our activity is. Facebook is Rachel and Ryan Gaming. And we'll be posting everything. We'll be posting the updates whenever we know exactly when our next podcast is going to be. So yeah, just keep a lookout there. But yeah, for everybody who came and watched, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next time.
I miss talking to you guys. I can't wait for next time.
Peace.